Okay, so Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Anis Hassan Khan, and I'm the Deputy Director of Publications for NUST Community Services Society. And this will be our very first episode of the NCSC podcast. So we welcome all the listeners here. And our first guest here is Faika Zafar. Faika जो है वो खुद भी NUST की students हैं. She is currently pursuing her bachelor's in psychology from NUST, and she's currently a sophomore. She's in her second year, and along with that, she is also the founder and the president of Miruna, which is a non-profit organization that helps to empower women from all spheres of life, from all walks of life. And so, with that, Faika, I'll directly start off. Pehle to assalamu alaikum to you as well, and welcome in the podcast. So we're really glad to have you here. I would like to ask you, as you started off with Miruna and at such a young age as well, you started off with an organization that helps to empower so many people, which isn't an easy task in and of itself, but with your education, with studies, किस चीज ने prompt किया ये initiative लेने के लिए, and what was the idea behind it essentially, and where do you think that now, where do you think that it's going with all of that, and how, what was the essential motivation behind all of this?
Assalamualaikum Anis, and assalamualaikum everyone else. I've already been introduced, so I guess I'll just start with introducing my organization. It's a student-led organization which me and my friends and some acquaintances have started. We have 7 core members, and we're all very passionate about one thing, which is making the world, and especially this country, a better, more inclusive place for women. And so to talk about how this organization came about, मुझे हमेशा से एक मेरे दिल में एक बात थी, एक्चुअली 2 बातें थी एक बात नहीं थी, 2 बातें थी कि पहली बात तो आई रियली वांट टू गिव बैक टू द कम्युनिटी. मैं वॉलंटियर वर्क काफ़ी ज़्यादा करती रहती थी डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के साथ, लेकिन हमेशा आई हैड वन थॉट इन माइंड कि you know, maybe I'd do this way, and maybe this would be more effective if it was done this way. And that is not to say कि जो मेरी efforts and they're perfect in itself. It's just that you know, different people approach different things in different ways. And so and so I thought कि, you know, if I do have an organization of my own, I can, you know, do it in a way that better suits me and my thought process, and I don't have to rely on anyone else to start, you know, initiate something and then I'd have to follow it. I want to start something and initiate something myself and do it that way. And so I brought it up to my friends who I made in university, and I was like, you guys know what, I really want to do this. And one thing we really resonated on, as I said before, was कि नहीं औरतों को इस कंट्री में हकूक मिलते और उनके लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा ऑब्स्टिकल्स होते हैं उनके लिए इन डेली लाइफ. एंड सो वी थॉट देयर इज नो अदर कॉज टू वर्क टुवर्ड्स besides this. I mean, there are a lot of causes, but this is something that we feel really strongly about. Or obviously, ek insan can only do so much, right? And so I spoke to my friends about it, and I was like, you know what, let's do this. And something that really prompted us was this pandemic. I know it's been hard for a lot of people, but for me, काफी advantageous रहा. It was advantageous and it was disadvantageous at both at the same time, because जहाँ पे हमें एक टाइम फ्रेम मिल गया अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लॉन्च करने के लिए, हमारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा हिंड्रेंसेस भी थी क्योंकि हम अपना फील्ड वर्क शुरू में नहीं कर सकते थे. जैसे मैंने बोला, इट्स बोथ एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस एट द सेम टाइम. एंड आवर एम विद दिस वाज नेवर टू, यू नो, बी कि हम लोगों की मदद करेंगे. हमारा एम हमेशा ये था कि we want to equip women with the means necessary to help themselves and help those around them. And so self-sufficiency is something that we're really big on. और जो हमारी जितना भी काम होता है, whatever we do, whatever we, you know, put out, whatever work we do, हम 7 core members हैं. All of us are students, but all of us are from really different places and really different walks of life. And so everything that we do has to go through, 7 different minds and 7 different people who have gone through different things in their life to come to one conclusion on how best we can make an effort. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on that.
Okay, so you mentioned that you guys are obviously 7 and all of your students, and then what you guys essentially did was because what I remember initially कि आप लोगों ने awareness create करना start की and talking about multiple issues, and the problem with that is in multiple societies around the world including ours is कि ये topics इतने taboo होते हैं, इन पे बात करना इतना मुश्किल हो जाता है कि इस पे बात essentially की ही नहीं जाती, which is a huge detriment to society. So when you're students and when you're that committed, and as you said कि you wanted an avenue where you could do it your way, because obviously बात करना तो बहुत easy है लेकिन काम करने के लिए वो effort चाहिए, and then doing it your way, doing it how you want is a double-edged sword, because it essentially all then comes down onto you, and that responsibility is huge. So talk about how in taboo topics को start करना, लेके चलना कितना आसान या कितना मुश्किल था, and क्या hurdles थे, and B, talk about how being students taking on that responsibility, what does it do for you? Yani, what was the motivation? What does it do for you? And what message would you like to give to, for example, other younger people जो यही सोच रखते हैं लेकिन they don't find the courage or the motivation and even sometimes the resources to tackle these kinds of issues, yet to actually go ahead with their ideas?
I'll tell you what, Anis. मेरा बताऊं, whenever we speak about taboo topics and whenever, क्योंकि जिन बातों को हम address कर रहे होते हैं, no doubt they're very hard to talk about. But I feel like जब आपको किसी चीज से रोका जाता है तभी आपको realization होती है कि इस चीज के बारे में बात करना कितना important है. Because even though I come from a liberal background, my parents aren't that conservative. मुझे हमेशा काफी I wouldn't say रोका जाता है, but discourage किया जाता था इन बातों के बारे में बात करने से, इन चीजों के बारे में बात करने से. I'm so sorry. And so I always wondered कि इतनी क्या बुरी बात है एक इंसान को अपने हकूक मांगने में. Why is it considered so bad? और आप क्यों एक इंसान को इतना दबाना चाहते हैं, और ये चीजें इतनी इंटरनलाइज क्यों हुई है कि जिसको आप ऑप्रेस कर रहे हैं वो भी कह रहे हैं नहीं मैं ऑप्रेस्ड ही सही हूं मैं. So and that really prompted something in me when I was a young child, and this happened way back when I was quite small. And so I thought about it. I've been thinking about it since years, and I think that is where my drive and my motivation came from. Obviously हर बंदे की personality type different होती है. कुछ लोग इस discouragement से discourage भी होते हैं, but मुझे जब ये discouragement मिली और constantly मिलती रही, तो it really prompted me to tackle this discouragement, and honestly that's just the kind of person I am. So I understand when someone isn't comfortable with tackling these kind of things, and और जब आपके पास इतनी ज़्यादा आपके इर्द-गिर्द इतना वो होता है, it's not easy because then you get labeled different things. But that's the thing about activism, and that's the thing about fighting for what you love. Okay, you have to be determined to the cause. People will say things, but people will say things when you're doing a good thing, and people will say things when you're doing a bad thing, and at the end of the day people will always say things. तो आपके लिए कभी भी ideal situation नहीं होगी, and I know that's easier said than done. I realize it, but I think कि आपके अंदर जब drive होती है, when you feel for something and when you really want to do it, तो I feel like कि आपको बस थोड़ा सा strong mind रख के you just have to go for it. And I think that was also one of the aims for us with this platform, to accommodate people who don't feel comfortable enough doing it themselves. कि हम एक ऐसी safe space बन जाए जहाँ पे हर तरह के लोग हमें हर तरह से मदद कर सकें, because our volunteer work does not just include field work and going to places and talking about these things. It also includes making these posts that we put out and infographics that we put out. easier for other women who can't read English. We have brilliant Urdu translators, and I just want to give a shout out to these people. They're so amazing because and that's my favorite team in all of Muruna. क्योंकि इतना एक inclusive और इतना एक कोई मजे का environment होता है उस ग्रुप में जहाँ पे हम सारे बात कर रहे होते हैं कि इस वर्ड का उर्दू में क्या मतलब होगा और इस वर्ड का उर्दू में क्या मतलब होगा. And at the end of the day, that is also activism, you know. That is also working for something, working towards something, because at the end of the day it is going towards a bigger cause. So I think एक वो होता है कि अगर कोई नहीं comfortable एक बड़ी चीज करने से, they can always start small. So yeah.
Achha, so quickly addressing one thing, and I'd like a response because you mentioned this. कि कैसे you guys have both English and Urdu infographics on your page, and you guys are amazing translators. So a lot of the times जब ये efforts चल रही होती हैं, एक criticism भी आता है and एक concern भी होता है कि when you say something or when you talk about something in exclusively one language, उसकी जो scope है वो बहुत limit हो जाता है, especially when it's English, and when a lot of the efforts that obviously वैसे a lot of the efforts will come from people जो already empowered हैं. अब those people more often than not are those people जो fluent होते हैं in English में, and वो as such एक disconnect create हो जाता है क्योंकि आपका एक language barrier रहता है. So when you guys started doing this, उससे तुम लोगों की जो feedback था, जो response था, उसको कितना फायदा हुआ, and how important do you think it is to understand different kinds of people, वो किन किन जगहों से आ रहे हैं, क्या क्या ज़बान बोल रहे हैं, and उस तरह उनको communicate करना?
I think it's so important, and क्योंकि obviously as you said, एक language barrier जब आ जाता है, things get lost in translation. और जो हमारा target audience है, they are mainly, you know, we aren't striving to empower already empowered women. और जो lower तबके की औरतें होती हैं, उनको नहीं आती इतनी सही से English. Our target audience does not, क्योंकि आती तो है, you know, हमारी इतना the effects of colonization are so prevalent even now कि हर किसी को English आती है, चाहे टूटी फूटी हो आती है, but जो fluent English होती है ना हमारे post में, वो नहीं आती लोगों को for sure. And so और हमें ये भी पता है कि जो हम Instagram पे post लगाते हैं उसमें उर्दू बहुत कम लोग पढ़ सकते हैं. And so our Urdu posts, to be honest, are not very well. They don't do as well as our English posts on Instagram and all, because kaun padhta Urdu on social media, you know. Everyone who uses social media can. Even जिन लोगों को उर्दू आती है वो भी प्रेफर करते हैं कि हम लोग इंग्लिश में पढ़ें, ज़्यादा आसान होता है हमारे लिए. But we still think at the end of the day कि और यही intersectionality का concept आ गया ना आपके कि this is for everyone. This is not just for your working class. This is for people, this is for those minorities who do prefer, you know, reading Urdu, understanding Urdu. और हम कोशिश करते हैं कि हम जब बात करें किसी से, जो हमारे field projects हों, जो करें, वो भी हम उर्दू में mostly conduct करें. और depending on, you know, what language they're comfortable with, हम उर्दू में ज़्यादातर बात करें. और हमारे उर्दू में पोस्ट इसलिए बनते हैं कि अगर कोई ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल हो उर्दू में पढ़ने लिए, क्योंकि इट्स नेशनल लैंग्वेज. और मेरी भी टू बी ऑनेस्ट इतनी फ्लुएंट नहीं है उर्दू जितनी मेरी फ्लुएंट इंग्लिश है, क्योंकि मुझे हमेशा से वो पढ़ाई गई है. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आई थिंक इट्स सो इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर मी टू एज अ पर्सन टू लर्न एंड ग्रो एवरी डे. और इसमें ना ही तो सिर्फ मेरी ग्रोथ हो रही होती है, इसमें बाकी सबकी भी हो रही होती है.
Okay, that's a very well put answer. We'll move to some specific pieces of work that you've done, and these are some of my favorites. So and since I'm the interviewer, तो मैं ये liberty ले सकता हूँ कि मैं अपने favorites के ऊपर सवाल करूँगा, obviously. पहले तो एक running theme in a lot of your posts is the self-agency, self-determination, and women actually taking control of their constitutional rights, of their bodily autonomy, and realizing कि ये चीज़ जो है ना ये उनके लिए कितनी important है. So firstly, pointing out some of the posts that you did, awareness posts, like you guys talked about the constitutional rights that women have. निकाहनामा को तुम लोगों ने dissect किया था एक बहुत detailed post के अंदर कि उसके अंदर क्या क्या provisions provide होती हैं. And then you guys talked about minority marriage laws and even टॉपिक्स लाइक, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में एक बड़ी इनकन्सिस्टेंट एज ऑफ कंसेंट के ऊपर रूलिंग्स हैं, एंड मुख्तलिफ जगहों पे एजेस ऑफ कंसेंट जो मुख्तलिफ हैं, कुछ जगहों पे तो डिफैक्टो एज ऑफ कंसेंट है itself, the age does not exist. I don't know if a lot of even our listeners know that or not. So do touch upon के इन टॉपिक्स पे जो आप लोग रिसर्च करते हो, तो what do you find, what hurdles do you see, and what lapses do you see in a lot of the things that are provided, and how important do you think it is to recognize कि हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, हमारे लॉज क्या कुछ प्रोवाइड करते हैं हमारे लिए?
I think it's fairly important to go over all these things. Firstly, because jab tak and this is something that I reiterate a lot. So if someone has listened to me before talk about this and they're listening to me again, they're like, "Yaar, ye bandi chup hi nahi karti hai zahir mein." But I really think कि अब grassroots level पे start करना बहुत important है. अब basic से fundamental से aware होना इंतहाई इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि जब तक आपको वो चीजें नहीं पता चलेंगी, आपको उससे ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स मैटर्स आपको समझ ही नहीं आएंगी, क्योंकि उस पे ही सब कुछ बेस करता है. सो विद इफ यू सी, हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट्स वाला पोस्ट है, वो हमारा सबसे पहला पोस्ट इसीलिए है क्योंकि बहुत जरूरी है ये जानना कि अच्छा आप कहाँ से शुरू कर रहे हैं, आपकी बेसलाइन क्या, आपकी स्टेट आपको क्या प्रोवाइड कर रही है. एक तो वो, और फिर जानना कि भाई इसमें लूप होल्स क्या हैं, और ये चीजें जो पेपर पे हैं वो प्रैक्टिकलिटी में भी ट्रांसलेट हो रही हैं या नहीं हो रही. एंड सो आई थिंक कि this effort has to start from that level.
Could you quote a few examples? Could you quote a few examples? Like you talked about कि कुछ loopholes हैं and काफी चीजें जो हैं वो constitution में तो है लेकिन culturally address नहीं होती. So if you could talk about a few examples, because काफी सारे listeners जिन्होंने your organization, they aren't aware of your organization as such before, तो वो तुम्हारी बात से aware हो जाएंगे कि तुम लोगों ने क्या क्या काम पीछे या क्या क्या किन किन चीजों पे aware किया हुआ लोगों को.
Sure. So, जैसे आपने बात की थी अनीस, we talk about in our minority marriage laws कि आपकी पाकिस्तान penal code में जो है intercourse with a girl below the age of 16 is considered as zina and carries a death sentence, or a minimum sentence of 10 years imprisonment, right? लेकिन अगर आप इसको practicality में लाएं तो these things go unnoticed even if they're reported. तो आपकी authorities जो हैं इनको seriously नहीं लेती, because इतनी ये society में prevalent है चीजें कि आपका law protect ही नहीं कर सकता at the end of the day एक child को. So a lot of stuff like this, and I'm sorry this might, मैंने किसी trigger warning के बजाय ये बात बोल दी है, but ये काफी disturbing fact है, और इस तरह के बहुत ज्यादा loopholes हैं हमारे law में.
Yeah, that is true, but they exist in our society, unfortunately. तो उस पे बात नहीं होगी, लोगों को पता नहीं होगा, because a lot of people don't even realize कि अभी भी मुख्तलिफ इलाके ऐसे हैं पाकिस्तान के अंदर जहाँ पे छोटे 13-14 year old की बच्चियों के बहुत older men से शादी करा दी जाती है, and it is considered very normal. And even older men aside, there's other instances, again, since थोड़ा triggering होगा, but people do need to recognize कि चीजें exist करती हैं. Moving on with some of the field work that you've done, as you mentioned before, and I'll link two of the things that you already mentioned, and then I'll pose the question. Okay, you talked about A, field work, and then you talked about B, के intersectional होना कितना जरूरी है, लोगों की problems understand करना across class के, यार इस तबके के मसले क्या हैं और इस तबके के मसले क्या हैं, और जो वो तबका जो जिनके पास already certain rights मौजूद हैं, जो empowered हैं, वो निचले तबके को कैसे effectively उन तक अपना मैसेज पहुंचा सकते हैं. So, talking about two of your programs, एक वो I believe Sona Vocational Center के लिए तुम लोगों ने काम किया था, and B, you guys recently had an awareness program about I don't exactly remember, but it was some particular place जहाँ पे तुम लोगों ने field में जाके लोगों को certain bodily awareness के ऊपर एक पूरी campaign दी थी. So, talk about how important that is, field work is. कौन-कौन से hurdles थे उसमें, and thirdly I do want you to talk about effective ways to get your point across, because as you mentioned कि a lot of the times कि these people aren't aware of their own rights, and उनको जाकर effectively बात communicate करना. What methods did you guys adopt? What response did you guys get?
So starting off with Sona Vocational Center, it's essentially, and this is something I want to tell everyone about because it does need a lot of attention right now, and we're trying our best with it. It's a vocational center that we gave a platform to. They're not located in Islamabad. There are a bunch of women working and making different crafts. They make tote bags, and honestly, you should go check out those tote bags because they're so cute. They're so neat, and they're good quality stuff. And they make scarves in the winter, and honestly, काफी ज़्यादा चीजें custom request पे बना देती हैं. And so our aim with this was that we know that when women go to work for different places and different brands, उनकी काफी जो wage होती है ना, वो platform itself बहुत ज़्यादा उनसे ले लेता है. तो उनकी मेहनत के पैसे जो होते हैं उनको पूरे नहीं मिल रहे होते. और जो ये औरतें वोकेशनल सेंटर में काम कर रही थी, we aim to sell their products or help sell their products through, अब तो सब कुछ digital हो गया है, and their work deserves to be recognized. So we brought it on Instagram, and we think कि जो सारे उसमें profits होंगे, जो सब कुछ होगा, the entire amount will go to the vocational center and the women itself. And if you haven't checked it out, please go to our Instagram page. You will find Sona Vocational Center there, or go to SVC ka page itself and check out their products for yourself, because we do think कि बहुत disadvantage हो जाती है औरतों को with this kind of system. And secondly, जो हमारा field project था, it was in a place near Chakri. It's a village called Mera Kalam. And so our aim with that was, so we did want to do something of this sort initially, right? हम चाहते थे कि हम जाएं और अपनी educational awareness campaigns, लोग औरतों से बात करें, उनको बताएं और उनको different avenues दें कि उनके पास क्या क्या choices हैं उनकी जिंदगी में, वो क्या क्या कर सकती हैं, उनको क्या क्या पता होना चाहिए regarding a certain subject. And we thought कि अगर हम ऐसे ही कहीं जाके ना बैठ जाएं कि भाई हम आपको ये बताने आए हैं, they'll be like, आप कौन है, आप क्यों आए हैं, हमें पता है सब कुछ. Because एक वो class barrier आ जाता है, and a lot of people do this intentionally or unintentionally. It does come across sometimes as कि these people think they know more than us, and these people think that just because we live in a place that isn't as fancy as theirs, they can come and teach us stuff. So that was the first obstacle that we faced in that regard, and we tackled that through कि जहाँ पे भी हम जाएं, we should know someone there. And so मेरे घर में help है, we went to their village because we thought it would be best if we had a point of contact and we had a person of reference, so that the people they feel a sense of familiarity with us, even though we hadn't met them before. So वहाँ पे गए हम, and honestly, I was surprised because I thought there would be a little bit of hesitation. There would be a little bit of sort of, okay, what's happening sort of scene. But the people there were, actually not the people, only the women. That's who I interacted with. They were so hospitable, and they were so open to hearing what we had to say and talking to us. And I think उसमें ये बात भी आ जाती है कि आप जब भी इस तरह करते हैं तो आपको भी मेक श्योर करना होता है कि आप बिल्कुल ब्लेंड इन होके जाएं. सो एंड दिस माइट थोड़ा सा होता है उसमें कि okay, so why would we pretend to be someone we're not, and but this isn't the place for that kind of discussion. If you're trying to make a change, you have to do it in the way of the people you're trying to help or the people you're trying to talk to, because any other way your efforts are not going to be as effective as they would have been if you had just sort of tried to blend in with them.
Yeah, so you try to assimilate. You try to assimilate with them, and then
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And so we really tried to not look at them as someone from a lower class or someone who doesn't know much. We looked at them as friends, people we would meet every day and we just spoke to them like that, and we made sure कि जो भी हम बातें कर रहे हैं वो उनको उनकी ज़बान में समझ आए। और उधर जाके मुझे भी पता लगा कि बहुत सारी ऐसी बातें हैं जो मुझे खुद नहीं करनी आती उर्दू में, and so I learned too, and I think काफी अच्छा experience हमारे इसलिए रहा क्योंकि all of us were open to listening to each other, hearing each other out, having conversations about it. And I think any effort should be made in a conversational tone, not in a I'm here to teach you or I'm here to tell you this sort of tone. And when we went in with that attitude, it was very, very well received. And all these obstacles I thought that I'd have, वो इतने ज्यादा एग्जैजरेटेड नहीं थे जितना मैं सोच रही थी, जितने मेरे दिमाग में थे जाने से पहले। एंड दैट कुड बी बिकॉज आई हैड अ सेंस ऑफ फेमिलियरिटी विद देम पहले से, बट इट कुडंट हैव आल्सो बीन। एंड वो ऑनेस्टली हमें तभी पता चलेगा जब हम और काम करेंगे और लोगों से मिलेंगे और बात करेंगे। सो दिस वाज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग।
Okay, so with that, we'll almost wrap up. We could talk about all these issues, all these topics for quite a long time. Like, obviously, we have a time constraint. And so, unfortunately, discussion coming to a close. Just a remark that I would like to add is कि काफी दफा लोग तबसरा करते हुए बड़े आसानी से कह देते हैं कि पाकिस्तान में तो खवातीन राइट्स ऐसे या वुमेन राइट्स जो हैं वो एक टोकन के तौर पे ये खवातीन इस्तेमाल कर रही हैं, वो कुछ कर नहीं रही. But there's people who are actually doing stuff, who don't just, in their words, sit there and complain. They go out, they do work, they do help other people. So if our efforts were, instead of focusing on bickering and fighting, if our efforts were focused on people who are doing stuff, because they are, hum unko khud attention nahi dete, I think a lot of the fodder iske jo ird gird, a lot of the contention jo in discussions ke ird gird aa chuki hai, wo itni na ho. So kudos to you guys for actually going there, doing stuff, awareness campaigns on ground at such a young age. So you guys are inspirations. And so a final question, since we have 1 or 2 minutes left, a final question to you. Where do you think this organization is going? Where would you like to see it go?
Thank you so much for appreciating our efforts, Anis. Honestly, it's nothing to be applauded. If anything, we're just, trying to make the world a better place, and in turn trying to make ourselves better in the process as well. But in the future, I definitely want to honestly just go where we're going right now. I really do want कि हम जो हैं इसको कंटिन्यू करें. हमारी जो hygiene awareness classes हैं, menstrual awareness classes हैं, we have a whole curriculum made thanks to Project Kalam. They made one for us. तो हम उसके बारे में जाके बात करते हैं. It's a very wholesome sort of curriculum, and it's divided in different lessons. So we definitely plan on implementing that curriculum in different places, talking to different women about it. And we also definitely, Sona Vocational Center pe hum kaam kar rahe hain. We want it to prosper. We want the women there to see what, the world has to offer. We want them to see that there's a good place out there that will appreciate their efforts, and they're doing the right thing by working hard for themselves. And also, we're also thinking of starting an educational awareness campaign on history and everything of that sort on our Instagram page. So we have a couple of things lined up. But all in all, we'd want to make our organization a place that is inclusive and a place that makes the world inclusive as well. So I think that's where we're headed.
Chalo, I'll be looking forward to it, and a lot of our listeners hopefully will as well. And with that, the first episode comes to a close. Thank you, Faika. Thank you, everybody who tuned in to listen. And that is it from my side as well. Signing off.